The Board of Deans of Maastricht University, on the recommendation of its faculties and after consultation with the University Council, has decided to award an honorary doctorate to Professor Paul Craig in recognition of his outstanding achievements. I invite Professor Bruno de Witte, whom the Board of Deans appointed as his supervisor, to fulfill the duty he has been charged with.
Paul Craig is one of the leading scholars of the law of the European Union. He has written many books and articles, especially on the constitutional evolution of the European Union and on the European administrative law. At the same time, he is a reputable scholar of British constitutional and administrative law, and more generally of comparative public law. From his bases in the St John's College of Oxford University, he produces a constant stream of publications, often dealing with the hottest current issues of European legal integration. His name is familiar to generations of Maastricht law students who studied EU law through the famous textbook, EU Law, Text, Cases and Materials, which he co-authors with Granier de Burke. This book, whose first edition was published in the 1990s, is now already in its 5th edition, due to the relentless changes in European Union law that have happened over the last 20 years. The textbook is authoritative and it's widely used in numerous universities, but for many years we were told Maastricht had the largest sales figures of any city in the world.
Paul Craig's official title is Professor of English Law and Fellow of St John's College, University of Oxford. This sounds rather British and rather insular, isn't it? It reminds us of the historical fact that law, more than the other scientific disciplines represented at our university, used to be a nation-centered and nation-specific science. Today, this is much less so, and at this university in particular, we pride ourselves on studying and teaching law from a cross-national perspective, highlighting the importance of comparative law, international law, and the law of the European Union. So we are proud today that Paul Craig has accepted to receive the honorary degree of our university, not because he's a distinguished professor of English law, as the title of his chair would seem to say, but because he's in reality one of the finest and most famous scholars in the field of European law. Throughout the European continent, wherever professors or students read about European law in English, and they increasingly do so, they will come across his writings and be inspired by the strength and clarity of his reasoning. Professor Craig particularly enjoys writing about the hot topics of European law and European integration, and fully engages in the international debate at conferences and in leading journals. At the same time, he's a truly independent scholar. Unlike many of his less famous colleagues, he's not the director of a big institute. He doesn't have lots of assistants. He's not a counselor of the government. He does not constantly apply for project funding. He simply reads, studies, writes, and speaks. The University of Oxford allows him to do that, but he also chooses to do those things. And legal science is all the better for it. And therefore, by the authority vested on me by law and in conformity with the decision of the Board of Deans, I hereby confer upon you, Paul Craig, the degree of Doctor Honoris Causa and all the rights deriving therefrom by law and tradition. As evidence of this, I present to you the degree certificate signed by the Rector, the Dean of the Faculty of Law, and myself, and affixed with the Great Seal of the University, and I put on your shoulders the kappa, which signifies the honor bestowed upon you. Congratulations.
Thank you. And Professor Craig, please.
Rector, Professor de Witte, I would like to thank you both for this great honor that you have bestowed upon me. Maastricht is truly a European university in every sense of the term. You have excellent faculty and excellent scholars and excellent students, and I am truly honored today to have been given an honorary doctorate. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.